guys, sorry I've been away for months on end. As some of you guys know, I went to college and it got hectic. So I didn't have a lot of time to read at all in college, which was really disappointing to me. I found that I didn't have time because I'd have class, I'd have homework, I'd have exams, um, work, and I had cheer practice. And it was like, oh my gosh, I have no time to do anything. So I didn't have time to read at all in college, but I've been like really rotating my schedule around to where I'll have more time, more free time, where I can dedicate to just like me time and being able to read a little bit every day, because I think reading every day is very important. So anyway, this is going to be a very odd review, but as you can tell by the title, I am reviewing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. This is not my first time I read this book. This is not the second time I have read this book. This is, according to my calculations, the 13th time I've read this book. Ooh, the lucky number 13. Here's a kind of quick background why I read this book, why I've read this book 13 times. I started reading Harry Potter when I was in 3rd grade. The book came out in 1997, so I was only 5 years old. 5 years old, I cannot read Harry Potter. When I was in 3rd grade, I had trouble figuring out Hermione Granger's name. It was like Hermione? So obviously kindergarten or 5th grade, I can't read this. Or 5 years old, I can't read this. 5th grade, I'd hope I can read this. But anyway, I started reading this in 3rd grade, and I loved it. I picked out Harry Potter from my school's library. Why? Because it was the biggest book. Book nerd. So I picked this out and I read it and I really liked it, and then I started getting into the movies. That's when I got the very, very first movie. It was in 3rd grade. As you can tell, it's beaten up because I've watched it so many times. So that's when I really got started into Harry Potter, was 3rd grade. And so since 3rd grade, it was like I had another movie or I had another book to look forward to. So I kind of started this thing where I would read the entire series until the next upcoming book or the next upcoming movie. So that's what I would do. So that's kind of a tradition. Well, this year, 2012, there's no book. There's no movie. So it's like, okay, what do I have to look forward to? And I was like, of course I have to reread it. This book series is so good. Obviously, since I've read this book 13 times, I've read it actually more than once. Like the entire series more than once in a year. So I always read it once a year, so I was like, I have to keep up with the tradition. I love it. It's a good book. Obviously, 13 times. Gotta love it. So, again, obviously I rate it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what happens in this book, and I don't want to, those of you who may not have read it, I'm going to read the back for you. This says, Harry Potter has never played a sport while flying on a broomstick. He's never worn a cloak of invisibility, befriended a giant, or helped hatch a dragon. All Harry knows is a miserable life with the Dursleys, his horrible aunt and uncle, and their abominable son, Dudley. Harry's room is a tiny closet at the foot of the stairs, and he hasn't had a birthday party in 11 years. But all that is about to change when a mysterious letter arrives by Owl Messenger, a letter with an invitation to a wonderful place he never dreamed existed. There he finds not only friends, aerial sports, and magic around every corner, but a great destiny that's been waiting for him, if Harry can survive the encounter. So, obviously, this is the first book. You're just getting into the Harry Potter series. Whenever I reread this, I'm always amazed at how much, compare this book to, the 7th book, how much J.K. Rowling's, writing style has developed, and also how much darker the 7th book is. This is, super light and, cute, fun, easy read. But then when you read the 7th book, it's life and death and people are dying, and so it's really amazing to see how J.K. Rowling has developed, and that's a good writer, someone who develops as they write. But I really do like this book. It's a really good series, and considering for 14 years this has been really, really popular, I know that it's going to be popular for a long time. Harry Potter will probably never stopped being popular in my opinion. Obviously there's Harry Potter World, there's Pottermore, so it's just a really good book. So it's kind of cool to see how like the book has expanded into like this huge like Harry Potter phenomenon, and I like it. I think it's really interesting, and I'm still waiting for my letter to Hogwarts in all honesty. No, I love this stuff. It's so good. It's really good. I think that it's a good book. Very good book. So I like it. I mean, there's not much that I can really review off of this because so many people have read this book, obviously, because they have good taste. But yeah, this is a good book. If you have not read this series, for example, my mom, a long time ago, had not read the Harry Potter series, and I was like, Mom, you're living in the hole. Everyone's read these books and everyone loves these books. And she's like, I just don't like that fantasy thing. So I was like, Mom, the first 3 are really not dark. They're very basic. And I was like, you know, there's nothing too hard about them. Once you get to the 4th book, that's when it kind of begins to get darker, obviously, and the writing becomes a bit different. But that's because she's developing as an author. So at least read to the 3rd book. My mom, who hates this fantasy stuff, actually really liked it. So, in my opinion, give this book a chance if you haven't read it. It's really good. It's not your creepy witches and wizards. It's very interesting, and again, 5 out of 5 stars, 13 times now. So, yeah, I like this book. And thank you guys. I have 42 subscribers, so that's awesome. I got that when I was away. Surprised. But yeah, I'm going to put this on now, and I'm going to show you guys the books that I got for Christmas later. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for reading Harry Potter. Love it. Okay, bye guys.